Title: Roots of Grace, The Family We Choose. Story: The Family Tree. It was a rainy afternoon when Michael sat by the window, tracing the lines of his family tree on a faded piece of paper. He remembered the words from 1 Chronicles 6-1, 7-19, a long list of names, generations upon generations. He wondered, what do these names mean? Why do we remember them? In his own life, Michael felt disconnected from his roots. His father had left when he was young, and his mother worked 2 jobs to keep them afloat. Family, for Michael, was a word that felt more like a question than an answer, searching for belonging. At school, Michael watched other kids with their families, laughing, arguing, loving. He envied their unity, the way they seemed to fit together. Psalm 133 echoed in his mind. How good and pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity. But unity felt far away. Michael's heart ached for connection, for a place to belong. The encounter. One evening, Michael wandered into a small community center. Inside, a group was gathered, sharing stories and food. An older woman, Mrs. Thompson, noticed him and invited him to join. She listened to his story, her eyes kind and understanding. She quoted John 8 verses 42-59. If God were your father, you would love me, for I have come here from God. She explained, family isn't just blood, it's love. It's choosing to see the good in each other, even when it's hard. The struggle. Michael struggled to accept this new idea. Proverbs 26 verses 1-6 came to mind. Like snow in summer or rain in harvest, honor is not fitting for a fool. He realized he'd been foolish, pushing people away out of fear. He'd built walls instead of bridges. But Mrs. Thompson and the others kept reaching out, showing him patience and grace. One night, Michael stood alone in the park, tears streaming down his face. He spoke aloud as if to the sky. Why is it so hard to trust? Why do I feel so alone? I want to believe in love, in unity, in family. But every time I try, I remember the pain, the abandonment, the silence. But maybe family is more than the people who share my name. Maybe it's the people who choose to stay, who choose to love, even when I'm at my worst. Michael's turning point. Slowly, Michael let the community in. He started helping at the center, sharing meals, listening to others' stories. He realized everyone carried pain, but together, they found healing. The words of Psalm 133 became real. It is like precious oil poured on the head, for there the Lord bestows his blessing, even life forevermore. Everyday truths just for you. Michael learned that family is built, not just born. It's in the small acts of kindness, the forgiveness after arguments, the laughter after tears. He saw that wisdom is choosing unity over pride, love over fear. He learned to pause, breathe, and ask himself, how can I bring peace today? He practiced gratitude, noticing the good in others and in himself. Takeaway for you: years later, Michael stood at the front of the community center, surrounded by friends who had become family. He shared his story, his voice trembling with emotion. We are all part of a bigger story, a family that stretches beyond bloodlines. We can choose to love, to forgive, to unite. That's the legacy we leave. Not just names on a page, but hearts connected by grace. Let's be the family someone else is searching for. Let's be the blessing. The takeaway just for you: no matter your past, you can choose unity, love, and belonging. Family is not just inherited. It's created every day by the choices we make. The little things you can do: 1, pause and reflect. Just think when you feel alone. Take a moment to breathe deeply and remember a time you felt loved. 2, reframe your thoughts by not focusing on what you lack. Notice the people who show up for you, even in small ways. 3, you can act right now by reaching out to someone today. Send a message, share a meal, or simply listen. And 4, affirm your self-talk by telling yourself, I am worthy of love and connection. Penned by Garry Conan Doyle. In worship of God's wonderful glory. Hey, thanks for listening. If you're still here, something in this story or song clicked with you. So here's a little secret. When you hit thumbs up, it tells the YouTube gremlins, hey, more of this. And if you subscribe, it's like saying, yeah, I want in. So go ahead, tap like, hit subscribe, and make sure you don't miss what's next. Because this ride, it's just getting started.